All right. Have a great show.
Hello, welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and we are here tonight with a couple of topics that we are going to be in deep discussion. They seem to be circulating through media. We are going to have a guest today. Hopefully, he'll be able to tune in with one of our conversations. Before we get started, we want to thank each and every person that is tuning in today, no matter where you're tuning in from. If you can go ahead and reach out, if you are in on the YouTube channel, you can actually reach out in the chat box. I will be responding directly. If you would like to be a guest, you can go ahead and tag in. Maybe your comment will be on the show today. We want to send a special thank you to Show Out over at Smooth Transitions. We have to get that in. He will not be joining us tonight. Maybe we'll catch him in the chat box or something. He is working tonight, of course. If you are looking to get any of your a consultation with him. He has a whole lot of new designs coming up. It's back to school. You want to give your child that looks. It's football season. You want to go ahead and get those your cartoons made, T-shirts. Family reunions are still going on. Holidays are coming up. If you're looking for gifts, baby showers, birthday parties, you want to go ahead and reach out to Smooth Transition Designs. Contact us today for your free consultation with Mr. Show Out himself. 656-214-9209. Again, if you are looking for a custom branding, you would like to reach out to Mr. Show Out himself. He is responsible for all of Auntie's designs at Make It Make Sense with Auntie and all of my art needs for his graphic designs. So again, don't forget, check him out. If you're looking for something that's special for you, go ahead and hit him up. All right, so we're gonna get right into it today because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Y'all know I like to go and travel around the world finding stuff that we got to make it make sense. But right now, yes, welcome to Make It Make Sense podcast. So in Florida, we have some news that's been newsing, and I'm pretty sure it's reached around the world. Our first story today is we're gonna go ahead and come to Florida when we know that we depend on our nurses for our medical needs. We go in and see them. But what happens when this is your nurse?
Right. This ICU nurse, 55-year-old Lisa Williams, is behind bars after the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says she stole 17 bags of fentanyl. The Sheriff's Office tells us staff at Florida Brandon Hospital's ICU reached out to detectives about an internal investigation earlier this month. They told detectives they found Williams had been stealing fentanyl IV bags over at least the past 2 months. They say she would then refill them with an unknown substance and put the tampered bags back in circulation. One of the bags is now being tested by the FDA. Now, Williams is now charged with 17 counts of fentanyl trafficking and grand theft of a controlled substance.
Okay. Now, if you are not familiar with fentanyl, and I'm pretty sure you are because this has been a drug that has been circulating for the last few years, and they are telling you of the magnitude of the results of using fentanyl. Personally, my mother, and I can speak on this, my mother was actually overdosed with fentanyl while she was in a facility. What is it? When you go to get better. So they put her in a nursing home or the what they call it. One of them, y'all know what I'm talking about. But here in Hillsborough County, here in Tampa, my mother was placed into a home that was supposed to be helping her to recover, a rehabilitation home. That's what it is. And my mother was actually transported to a hospital overdose with fentanyl patches from the carelessness of nurses. Now the fact that I'm looking at, and to be honest, it's insane. She needs to be, I mean, because it's not only that was she taking these drugs, she was actually putting others' lives at risk because she was refilling the bottles, adding saline solutions to the medications after she had stolen them, and then she was actually taking the medication while at work. So this, and how you doing, Jonathan? I saw you. so I think that it's crazy because I live right here in Tampa. I actually have frequented Brandon Hospital, which is not too far from where I'm at currently at this moment. It is literally around the corner. My grandchildren were born in Brandon Hospital. So it's, my grandmother, like we've all been to Brandon Hospital here and we've not heard the horror stories of Brandon Hospital. So, I mean, if you watching and you from Hillsborough County, from Tampa, if you have been to Brandon, if you have any stories, I mean, to me, it's insane that with the level of clearance that these people have to get and the way they go through these screenings and they claim they go through all of these screenings. And I understand people have addictions, they get onto these drugs, and it does. But when we're putting somebody else family at risk, because at this moment is, and I'm just and I'm grateful, I pray to God that she didn't take care of anyone. I hope she didn't, any one of my family members or anyone, what I'm saying. It's sad that anybody was subjected to her being at work while she was high on fentanyl, while she was stealing medications for her own self. Who knows what she took away from someone. I truthfully just think that it's insane that we still have that this is not that we still have, but this type of behaviors are becoming more and more vagrant. I mean, it's literally like the audacity is truly what it is. Like, to think that you was gonna get away with this, and I mean, I'm happy that they caught her. Again, like I said, it's sad that she had subjected anyone to that she actually went into work and provided any type of care to anyone in that state. I hope that she didn't make any errors while she was in there working, but she definitely needs to make it make sense. And I really, I truthfully believe that she is about to make it make sense. Good evening. Oh, there he is, y'all. There he is. That she is about to make it make sense. Oh, wait a minute. Good evening. Oh, there he is, y'all. Wait. We got another one that came on. All right. Well, how you doing, Chris? Let's see. You can hear us? We're going to see if we can get him. So, Mr. Chris is joining us today. There is a video that is circulating of a young, how you doing? Of a young teacher that was dressed, to me, I feel as if she was dressed classy. Some people have other opinions of how she is dressed. We're going to go to Mr. Chris first and let him, because this was in response to a post that he posted. So we have different views on it. So I'm going to let him go ahead and speak on his take on the outfit that she is wearing. You can see the outfit if you go on Make It Make Sense with Auntie's page. But yeah, go ahead, Chris. How do you feel? Like, what was your thoughts about this outfit? All right, he driving. We lost him. He'll probably tap back in. Okay, so the video of the young lady that is circulating, she is a teacher. She's completely covered up, but the outfit is fitting on her. There are a lot of people that have had opinions in regards to her outfit. And like I said, his page was, the comments really did come in, and I did see the post on his page. So we will go. I'm going to go to the page and just read some of the comments that were in response to her particular outfit. Hopefully he'll pop back in. Let's get to it. Let's see if we can get to it. Okay, so the young lady, I don't know if y'all, oh, there he go, he back. Oh. But this is, if y'all can see it, this is the outfit that we're addressing. All right, Mr. Chris. Hi, now go ahead with your comments. Hello, we can hear you. Go ahead. Can you hear us? We can hear you. Go ahead. I don't know yet. Maybe he's going through some rough area. But okay, so that was the photo. Maybe he'll tap back in. We'll be able to get him. And the comment was, a young teacher's first day of school outfit is going viral. When we go to the comments of this young lady's outfit, it was said that okay, so if he comes back in, he can be elaborate on his comments. But for you all that say that this is cute and she's fine, you're the problem. Stop looking at the icing on the cake. That is what always gets us. Look at the damn cake. She only wore this for the attention it would bring. It should be about the kids, not her. So in response to his comments, I did tell him that I disagree. Everything has become so sexualized. I clearly remember that my teachers of other ethnicities dressing similar, and I still say if she is teaching, let her teach. We have to teach our children that we have the right to dress how we feel without judgment, and it's not distasteful. um Other comments, his response to me was everything has a time and a place. Dressing like this is an environment dealing with kids and their thoughts and hormones are not appropriate. That's like me saying I'll wear a suit to work driving a truck. Well, guess what? I can't go on a construction site like that. It's not about you, it's about the kids. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Everyone is judgmental. That's life. When you are exposed to social media, nothing is off limits, good or bad. Everyone will be judged. You're there to teach, not to be an Instagram model. She looks young as hell, so she may not have matured to the level to know better. As soon as a kid says some off the wall stuff to her, you back? You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right, baby, go ahead. So I was just reading some of the back and forth, the comments between me and you. So you can go ahead and tell them like, what are your feelings on the outfit?
Um, I think there's a time and a place for everything.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, um, I think the focus not doesn't need to be on her. It needs to be on the students. Uh, what she has on, it's appropriate if she going out to dinner with somebody, or she going to a club, or she going somewhere like that. But when you going to teach some kids that they already mind is elsewhere besides school, all that right they're gonna do is have their mind on her. And yeah, we can sit here and we can blame the parents and all of that, but that won't ever change. She's the professional. She's the adult. She's the teacher. She's the professional. And I think that the decision that she made about wearing that, she didn't think about the consequences because now she's gone viral. There's even a video with her out there where she's putting up the two fingers, the deuces and all. That's, to me, that's childish. You're in a professional atmosphere. You have to act professional. Now, had she had on a little jacket or something, or a little coat or whatever, maybe that would have been okay. But she at school as though she's there to impress somebody. She's there to teach. Now, my kid's mother is a teacher. She's shapely, and some of the stuff she wears, you know, is questionable. What she does, she tries to not uh, be noticeable, even though she is. This young lady here seems to be putting herself out there where she wants people to know, look at his body, look at his body. But that comes with maturity. This young lady can't be no more than about 25, maybe. I don't know. But it comes with maturity. It's okay to have a nice shape. I'm not knocking that. Shit. I wish she was naked. Shit. But the point is, you're dealing with kids. Like me, I can wear what I want to wear. I'll give you a good example. I can wear what I want to wear. When I'm in the street, I can wear what I want to wear. When I go to the 100 Black Men meeting, when I'm dealing with boys, I don't go there with my hat turned backwards. I don't go there with my underwear showing. I can do that because I'm grown, but it's not appropriate because I'm there to train these guys to be better men.
Right.
I'm there to teach these guys how to be better men. I can go there with shorts on and dress the way I want to dress because there's no dress code. But if I'm trying to teach your son how to be a man, and I'm trying to teach your son how to tie a tie, or I'm trying to teach your son how to do certain things, you know, that men do, why would I go there dressed any kind of way? I can because I'm grown, but that's not the point.
I'm going to go ahead and show the video now. I got the video.
Go ahead. Yeah. We're going to show the
Okay.
video.
My baddie, teacher, baby, neighbor. 12 on the other side. Miss Williams. Oh, she's so pretty. My baddie, teacher, baby, neighbor. 12 on the other side. Miss Williams. Oh, she's so pretty.
Now, how many? Now you seeing that video? How many of her students are going to respect her? How many? She can't tell me shit if I'm a student. She can't tell me nothing because I'm gonna be trying to holler at her. I'm gonna be trying to holler at her. You have to have a certain level of. You have to have a certain level of respect. You know, you're the teacher. I'm the student. Nothing can ever cross that line. It has to be a certain level of respect, and you have to start on day one of school. You got to put that right there, ingrain that right then on day one. That hey, I'm the teacher, and you're going to respect me, because I can guarantee you, if any little boy try her, that little boy gonna get in trouble or suspended or whatever, and then he's gonna blame it on the teacher. And then he may have a valid point. I don't know. I'm not in the school system. But he might have a valid point. I don't know. I don't know. But respect has to be established. Once you start playing with kids and joking with kids, there comes a time where they're going to push you to that line, and now you got to decide on how you're going to bring them back. She can never start out playing with them. She can never do that. When that little girl said whatever she called, I forgot the name of what she said her name was.
Her baddie.
You know, when that little girl called her name and was filming her and stuff, she should have told that little girl, look, baby, don't do that. Put your phone up. We got to get to class now. Let's get to class. You don't play with kids like that. You have to start early, day one of school, that hey, you have to set a boundary. Because once that boundary is crossed, there ain't no coming back. They have no respect for you. You know, they have no respect for you. That, you know, I'm just keeping it real.
Okay, I agree with you to some degree, but this is what I was gonna say, because I know, like me personally, when I work with youth and young adults, when I'm working with some young, sometimes you have you don't have to, but reaching that level of trust and comfort with them where they feel comfortable. Because see, what I saw in the video was the students feeling comfortable enough with her to go to her. I saw somebody that, I mean, and I do understand, yes, she is very shapely. I do understand we do have some students that are going to look at her and in a sexualized manner. But I also look at the possibility of the little girls that's looking up to her, that see that she could be beautiful and she could still be covered up. And I don't think and I could be wrong, but I know myself, when I build that relationship with them, they know like where to stop. Because, you know, I run a lot of the little young boys, and they'll come in with the flirting and they'll say that, but I'll stop that at that point to let them know this ain't that. But they still know that we can have a good time.
But I'm glad you said that. Mm-hmm. But you said what you said. You heard what you said. You said the little boy's coming now, and I stopped that right there. You see how you said that? Now, looking at her and looking at that video and how she responded and the way she carried herself, do you think she's that type of person?
But I can't answer that, because I act like her. I real deal do. Like my employees, they know when I walk through the door, the younger employees are excited.
We ain't talking about the employee. We talking about kids. We talking about
kids. That's what I'm talking about. These are high school kids that I work with. That's what I'm saying. I work with high school kids. And so I have a lot of high school young men that come in, and they have a group of young men that come in. Like it's probably about 15 of them that come in on a regular basis to my job. They come in, they playful, they act like that. But I'm also the only manager at that job that they actually respect enough that if I say something, they're going to stop and they're going to do what they told to do. Whereas other managers that haven't taken that time, they do not respect at all. So that's what I'm saying. So I can see it from both sides.
I can't see a young man unless he's a respectful young man. I can't see the kids that are coming up now that are male. I can't see them just automatically respecting her. I just can't see it. And I could be wrong. But the way that our young men are coming up now, I don't see it. I could take some of the men in the 100 with me and the 100 black men with me right now. And some of them are from low income areas. And I'm not saying it just happened in low income areas. It happens everywhere, but I deal with low income areas. So I could take some of them young men right now and take them around her. And I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say she's a teacher. I ain't gonna say nothing. And I can guarantee you they're gonna try her. And all my kids are under 17. All of them are under 17.
Right, but that's how, like, at my job, and I literally, and I'm gonna tell you, and it's true. And if I could get one of them to come on, they would tell you. And those are my teaching points when we are at work. When these young men in front of me, when they go to behaving like that, like lusting over women, when they come through the drive-through, or when they go to responding like that, I immediately address each one of them when they do it, and I tell them about how they look and what is going on in there. And a lot of them have taken a step back with it now, and they like, oh yeah, right, you right, Auntie, you right. Because I still feel if you address it.
But you're not their teacher. It's a difference when you're in an atmosphere where you're teaching not just your people, but white people, Spanish people.
Oh yeah.
So when you in that atmosphere, and it could even boil over into the other teachers, the administrators. You know, you might have some administrators and some other teachers that's trying her, or that will try her, that will cause issues at the job. You never know.
They don't need to be at the school. They don't need to be in school. I don't feel that she the problem. I feel like it's them. If they are not adult enough to be in an environment
but I can tell you what, being that she is African American, black woman, whatever, I bet she be the one that go.
I mean, that's pretty much, and that's true. I believe that, but it shouldn't be. But I mean, it shouldn't be that way, because I've had teachers, and I remember I had teachers that breasts used to be out. They had the skirts with the pencil skirts with the splits up the thighs, and sat in the front of the classroom with their legs crossed. I remember all of that when I was coming up. I remember all of the teachers that sat around.
I ain't never had no teacher. I ain't never had no teacher that fine right there.
I
ain't never had no teacher that fine. That fine right there. I ain't never had no teacher like that. Not now. Not now. We're one.
And I know teachers I graduated like that.
And I graduated in 1988. And I ain't never had teachers that bad right there.
In 96. I was in 96.
Yeah, I ain't never had no teacher that fine right there. Because I'd have been at her ass. And that's real.
But see,
16,
I understand
17,
that,
whatever.
But is that her fault that God blessed her? So she has to be penalized because some people can't control it.
Trust me, she ain't the finest teacher that's out there. Like I told you, my baby mama killing their ass. But she wears but she wears stuff that you ain't gonna be looking at her like that, because she wear clothes that she ain't gonna wear no shapely stuff like that to school. She ain't gonna wear that. She'll wear it out to the club or something like that. But she ain't gonna wear nothing that like what she had on shapely. She's not gonna wear none of that to school. You know,
okay,
she's not gonna do that.
Okay, so with her wearing that, would it be better? Because I know that we've seen teachers that have gotten in trouble for what they do outside of work. Would it be okay if that was the body that she carried outside of work, that she dressed like that? But we know that she
it would be okay. Absolutely, it would be okay.
So what's the difference?
Because the difference is you're not working with kids at that time. When you're a teacher and you're in that environment, like I just said, everything has its place. Everything has its time and place. You know, if she was like I said earlier, if she was at the club or she was on the street walking and she going to the store or whatever, no comment, none to say. But when you're in that environment, you got to handle yourself a certain way. There's certain things I'll wear at my meetings that I won't wear out here, or certain things out here I won't wear at my meetings. It's just where I'm at. Some places I curse and use foul language, but there's some places I won't, because there's a time and place for everything. When I'm sitting in there negotiating contracts, you'll see a whole different Chris.
Exactly.
because it's business. So she has to have that same mindset when she go to work as a teacher. When I go to work as a teacher, I got to handle it. It's got to be business, and I got to be there for the kids. The attention don't need to be on me. I umpire baseball. They tell us this all the time in those camps. Don't make the game about your ass. You're there to umpire the game. That's it. You ain't there to be the attention getter. That ain't your job. Your job is to officiate the game. Take your ass home. All that you'll see a bunch of those bullshit ass umpires on what you call on the gram and all that dancing and all that bullshit. That's little league shit. They do that in little league. I do college ball. I do high school and college ball. You can't do that. Umpire the game and go home. So the stuff that I do as a little league umpire, I can't do that shit as a college umpire or a high school umpire.
Right.
You have to change it up. Now, can I do that? Yeah, and nobody probably really say nothing because I know the rules. I know what I'm supposed to do. So I probably can get away with it, but it's not appropriate. I'm a professional. When I'm on the baseball field, I'm a professional, and I got to handle myself as such.
Right.
So, I mean, like I say, can I do it? Yeah. Probably, yeah. I just never done it because I'm a professional. And when you're a professional, you got to handle yourself a certain way. You can't be, and like I say, she looks gorgeous in that outfit. She looks good to me. Hell, I don't give a damn if she was naked. But when you're dealing with kids, you got to handle it a certain way.
Right.
And if you don't,
do agree with that.
because she fine as hell. Ain't no doubt about that.
We just not gonna get past that, huh, Chris? We're not gonna get past your fine.
No, that girl, that bad. But as like I said, I don't want her to build a hole for herself. She's young,
right.
As you can tell, she's young. I don't want her to dig a hole for herself. Now, people may say, "Well, what you mean by that, Chris?" Well, you want to stay under the microscope, and when you're in that world, when you're in that teacher world, you want to stay under the microscope because anything you do is going to be scrutinized.
Right. Her
being a young teacher, obviously she ain't got no tenure yet because she's a young girl. She ain't got no tenure, So she can easily be fired. She can easily be laid off. They can easily make up something to get rid of her because she's bringing too much attention to herself and not the students. Well, why these students keep on getting suspended because of this teacher? What's the common denominator? The teacher. So who you think they're going to get rid of? The teacher.
I mean, I agree to a certain degree, but I still feel that she may be a positive asset to the classroom because some students may, and I've seen it, some students may strive to impress her. So they may go in there and look at education a different way because I've seen young men that
That's
go
if
into
she's
a
mature
classroom.
enough to do that. That's if she's mature enough to believe what you just said.
Right. Well,
If what
see.
you're just saying, if she's mature enough to do that, yeah.
Well, let's pray
and
that
I hope she is
mature.
successful. I hope she is successful. I hope and pray that she is successful, and I hope and pray that she does do a good job as a teacher because we need good teachers.
Exactly.
And hopefully this thing going viral, she don't let that shit get to her head or go to her head. Like, look at these people, I'm the shit. Blah, blah. As long as she can stay level-headed and grounded, do her job, and do it damn good, you can't argue with results. Can't argue with results.
Most definitely. I agree.
You can't argue with results. And if she go in there and do her job, this shit here blow over. Motherfucker won't even think about her and that shape and all that shit. That they won't even think about that because she's such a good teacher.
Right.
But if she go in there and every time you look up, she on Instagram in the classroom with shit on that is questionable or whatever.
Right.
Now we know this shit is about you. It ain't about the kids. It's about you.
Now I agree with that.
Hopefully, like the young lady in Arizona, the same thing. The little lady in Arizona, they had on that skirt that was fine as hell again. Shit, bad as hell again. And she got the same stuff that people were saying. And like I said, as long as you don't make it about you, you good.
Right.
But once you start taking videos and you look what I'm doing in class, y'all, and that's gonna be her downfall.
All right, I agree. Let's go ahead and take a break to go ahead and shout out our HS Soap Company. So don't you forget to subscribe to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Also, make sure y'all check out the HS Soap Company. Tell Pedro Auntie sent you. Go ahead and get you a super mystery box, $39.99. You can't beat that for better feeling skin. If y'all see Auntie been going through her breakout, that HS has been kicking my butt. But thank you to Pedro. We are able to sustain through this hot weather. And trust me, if you are looking for a host, a mentor, looking for somebody to talk to, you going through something, always remember when life gives you lemons, you can make it make sense with Auntie. You can give me a call, 656-216-1373. You will get me on the line, and we will definitely try to make it make sense. With special thanks to Chris who tuned in. You know, we get him when we can. He always out there on the road. I know you done heard the next story that I'm gonna jump into. We're gonna discuss the case of the young man Giovanni. I think it's Pelletier. How we say his name? The young man that was found here in the Florida pond off of the interstate. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Is what happened to Giovanni I guess it's Pelletier, an 18-year-old from North Carolina, tragically lost his life under mysterious circumstances, and he was found in a retention pond near Interstate 75 in Florida on August the 8th, 2025, a week after he went missing. So Giovanni had traveled to Florida with his family, some relatives that were his cousin, I guess, from supposedly the father's side. Things took a dark turn. The cousin said something about he began to smoke. He became irate. They let him out of the car. So we're going to go ahead and tune into the video of Mr. Giovanni. I think I'm saying it at Pelletier.
New details in the death investigation after a teen disappeared on vacation here in Florida. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office, though, is still trying to figure out what happened to Giovanni Pelletier.
His body was found in a pond on Friday after getting out of his cousin's car on the side of a highway. Fox 35's Esther Bauer hears from his family who wants the FBI to get involved.
Multiple law enforcement agencies across the state were involved in this missing person search, including the Brevard Sheriff. While the young man was not found here in Central Florida, he has ties to the community and his family is pushing for more answers. 18-year-old Giovanni Pelletier went on vacation and vanished.
People don't just end up missing. Something happened to them.
His body was recovered in a pond at the intersection of I-75 and State Road 70 in Manatee County on Friday, a week after he disappeared.
We got the worst news in the world, and we want answers. We want to know what happened. We want justice to be served.
Investigators in Charlotte County initially said Giovanni was headed to Brevard County with his cousins. Those cousins told deputies he began to act erratically and got out of the car near State Road 70 in Manatee County around 1:30 in the morning on August 1st. His family says he sent a text to his mom saying, "Help me," and wasn't heard from since.
If a 1 mile search would have been done thoroughly, there would have been a potential to figure out what happened to him.
Giovanni's cousin, Morgan Hole, says their fight for answers is far from over.
We want this investigation to be completely thorough. We don't want anything missed. We don't feel failed, but we're disappointed. We're super disappointed in the presence that we didn't get what we thought we deserved for our cousin.
They want new.
All right. So this story is like, wow. This young man apparently reached out, got it from what I've gathered. He reached out, found some cousins that were supposed to be from the family, from his father's side of the family. He decided to come and visit with them when he came in, but all of the cousins' stories have changed at various times what actually happened to this young man. And I think it's crazy that this 18, we send our children out. They want to be, they go and look for family. They go and search for other people. And it's sad that we've gotten to this place. So we don't know what happened with him. We don't know if maybe he was given something. We don't know what the response was, but we do know that this young man lost his life. I do pray that they do get justice for Giovanni's family, because something happened. We know that from the distance that he was at and where they found his belongings and where they found his body, we know that something happened between that point. And I personally, I just can't see myself going into another state and having my cousin, somebody that I meet that's my cousin, and I just leave them, abandon them on the side of the road. I don't know. Even if they did jump out the car and act erratically, I mean, I can't just see myself leaving them. So that's why I say I feel like there's more to this story. I don't know, Chris. What's up, cuz? Like, I don't know. Like, that's.
Well, first of all, 18 years old, you riding with some people you really don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, supposed to be cousins his age,
Okay.
so you know they're going to hang out.
That this whole situation don't smell right.
Right.
Okay. I know for me, my children, they ain't riding nowhere. Hell, they ain't gonna ride their brothers and sisters no damn 1 o'clock in the morning unless they all going to the club or something like that and they going right home. That's number one. Number two, ain't nobody getting out the goddamn car.
Right.
Okay, that's number two. Okay, nobody ain't getting out the car. What we getting out for?
Right.
If we're arguing, we're gonna go all the way home and argue.
Facts.
But we're not gonna argue and you get out the car and no. See, a lot of these killings, like that, these truck drivers just missing and truck drivers just getting killed and all that crap there. You know, there's more to this than what people really want to put out there.
Right.
Now, ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me I just met some cousins, okay, and I'm just gonna ride somewhere with them. And I just met you.
Right. In another state.
That's ludicrous to me. That's ludicrous to me. You're my cousin. Okay. I know you. Okay. I know you my blood.
Right.
I ain't got to wonder about it. I don't got to think about it. I don't have to assume.
Right.
I know for a fact Auntie is my real cousin.
Right. Fact.
Okay. I ain't just meet you this morning and me and you finna go to goddamn Texas.
Hell no, I ain't going.
What?
That's all right. I ain't going.
So some stuff just don't make sense. Shit got to add up.
Yeah, I ain't going.
And you know, I hope they find out what happened to him, but I doubt that they will because he's a non-factor to the government. Sure, they're gonna get on TV and say, "Oh yeah, we've been looking for him and shit and blah blah blah," but we all know that that's just for show.
Right.
We all know that. They ain't gonna look for that boy. I mean, that boy's killer. Come on, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna tell the parents that, "Oh yeah, man, we really looking for him," blah blah, but they're not. Right. Because he's in to them, to the government, he's a non-factor. Now, if it was one of Trump's kids, they have the FBI, all the alphabet people looking for him, the person that did it. You know, so you know, that's why I try to teach my kids, as well as the kids that I mentor. You know, you have to use your head for more than a hat right. If it don't smell right, then it ain't right.
That part.
If you have doubts, it's no good. Anything that you do going forward in life, if you have doubts about it, don't do it. If it's trending on wrong and right, don't do it. Because if you don't do it, you're gonna always be right.
That's absolutely 100% true.
You're gonna always be right. And you know, sometimes kids listen, sometimes they don't. But the kids that I mentor, you know, for the most part, they listen, and I hope they continue doing that. But you got to make wise decisions. When you're 18 years old, it's game time.
There she go. Hey, Booker Butt.
Hey, I just got your invitation. I didn't know I was supposed to be on. It just came through.
And I thought maybe you seen the topic because I know you be having a say so with some of that stuff. You missed a little bit. We were just finishing up with the Giovanni Pelletier case, the young man that they found dead in the pond. And we had spoke on the young teacher today, and her outfit that has went viral.
I haven't seen the teacher, but I'm aware of the young man that was near Bradenton, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his dad's side of the family had something to do with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cause that just ain't no random shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
And that's
you're
who county that is? That's Charlie. That's Charlie Wells County. His son,
Yeah.
the sheriff now. His son, the sheriff now. Charlie don't retire, but his son is the sheriff now.
Well, the thing about it is, to my understanding, he was highly autistic, and if the dad's family didn't know him, and he went to having an episode that they couldn't handle, especially if they did actually give him some weed, I can see young kids panicking and shit going wrong.
See, I didn't know he was autistic. That make a lot of sense, especially with them finding him in the water. Because if we know that autistic
They gravitate
children,
to water.
they gravitate to water. So yeah, that would make sense. But again, and that's even crazier to induce. Wow. See, I didn't even know that part. So see, I'm glad you tuned in. I didn't even realize that the baby had autism.
Yeah,
So,
he did.
My two grandsons got autism.
I said my granddaughter, like, yeah. So that's crazy, like to know that. Wow. So he probably just didn't even know it. Just oh wow.
Yeah, so he probably tripped them out. They put him out the car, like they said, and it went wrong from there.
Okay, well, who allowed him to go?
Whomever.
Who allowed him to go with his cousins? Because
I think his mama.
even if you're
His
18,
mother and his stepfather.
Yeah, they allowed him because he wanted to be in touch with his family.
No. Even if you're 18, if you're autistic, sometimes you still ain't
right.
18. You still ain't 18.
Right.
In other words.
No,
Right.
but they allowed him to go. They said they allowed him to go because he had been speaking to them over video call and phone call for like a week or two and was excited to meet them.
I don't care. His ass ain't going. Okay, he ain't going because autistic kids don't know what is right for them, and sometimes you have to make decisions for them. Like my grandson, walk right in the goddamn street and don't even think nothing about the shit.
Right.
Or like we took him to the zoo. He's sticking his motherfucking hands in there with the alligators and shit. The fuck you doing?
Right.
Because
they don't have a sense of fear.
They're not afraid of anything. It's very little shit that they are afraid of. They're not afraid of nothing. They're unemotional. They don't really show emotion. They love you, but they don't know how to show you love. Like my grandson, I walk in the house, he'll run up to me and hug me and turn right back off just like that. Boom. Like he'll hug me, hey grandpa, and just that quick second, he right back to playing like I've been there the whole goddamn time.
Right.
So they don't know what they're really doing. So first of all, I'm not gonna allow my kid to go with no other kid in a whole nother state. That's idiotic to me, especially if I know he's autistic. That is ludicrous to me. That's ludicrous to me.
Yeah.
So the mammy should be arrested for neglect, and the goddamn stepdaddy need to go to prison for allowing the mammy to let him go with them damn people that are kids too.
All I know is if any one of my children, because I don't have any autistic children, but even still, text me, "Ma, help me," and I no longer see them ever again in life and find out that they're deceased, you might as well bury me too, because I feel like I failed them.
Right.
Right.
He definitely texted his mama help him, and she wasn't able to get to him.
And the fact that they woke up to all, like, I think they said like 15 missed calls from him. Like nobody heard this. I guess my whole thing is I have grown children. My boys are grown. And I still have location on them. And I still keep my phone close enough to where if it rings more than one time, I'm looking at it even in my sleep because I know I got children wandering around out the street. So how you miss 15 calls and you know your child, especially
Thank you.
autistic,
Thank you.
is out with some people he first met traveling to another
Thank you.
state?
I ain't even gonna go to sleep knowing that my kid
Right.
with somebody they just met. I ain't even going to bed till I know they safe. Are you kidding me? Man,
Yeah.
please.
I
No.
agree.
That shit that sound fishy as hell.
Whew.
That shit sound fishy as hell. Cause a motherfucker won't be able to tell me nothing about my children. Nothing.
Right.
Grandchildren especially. Hell, you might can get away with the children not here. But them grandchildren, shit.
Oh yeah, I'm going all in about the grands. I'm telling you right now. You might
Right
as well
now.
listen. You might as well go ahead, do what you got to do, whoever you is, because baby, I'm running up on Satan himself about my grands. Baby, I don't care who you is, what no ma'am. No.
I know.
I'm gonna do it for
Period.
my children, but my grand, oh yeah, it's a wrap. No, I ain't finna play with that. No, I ain't
So that's
playing
what
with
I'm
that.
saying. That shit that's just that don't smell with. That don't smell right. That don't smell right. And they not shit. They don't even like they angry enough for me. Shit. The fuck?
That's
What?
the light. That's
Man.
the light side of them that's responding, my boy. You see that is they listen. It ain't caught up yet. They ain't got to the right. The right cousins ain't got mad yet. We ain't seen the darker skinned cousins yet. Them ain't the ones that's gonna start commenting yet. You know, once they start coming into the chat, we might get a response.
Just
I
like
might have to
just
go
like
get that.
just like that girl that went to Mexico with her friends.
Oh,
And they killed her. And they was able to come back in the country. Huh. You wouldn't have been able to come back in the country and tell me my kid is dead and she was with y'all.
But
What?
baby, she changed her name. The little girl that did it went and changed her name because she was being harassed. What? Well, baby, what? You
Oh,
was
okay.
all mouth when you was over there, but you came back over here and changed your name. But before we get up out of here, because we ain't gonna leave Florida yet. So we all seen what happened in Tallahassee with the officer that smashed the little boy window for the little boy not responding.
Was that Tallahassee or Jacksonville?
Was it Jacksonville, Tallahassee?
No, Jacksonville. Jacksonville.
And he pulled him out the car.
Yeah, him. So he was not found guilty. He did not do anything wrong in his response to pulling the young man, breaking the window. He has been found not guilty.
That's the law now. Trump passed the law that the police could do what they want and have no repercussions. So he's no police is gonna be found guilty on anything.
Yeah,
that is literally the law now. That's literally the law now.
Well, we see it in effect because he was just found not guilty. So I mean,
the boy was found not guilty, right?
No, the officer. The officer has been found. He has been cleared in any wrongdoing for breaking the window, for
And they got a black sheriff.
For punching him in his face twice. The first time they said it was both warranted.
Yeah, but the thing is, even with the black sheriff doesn't trump the fact that Trump put into effect the law that officers can now handle you any type of way they see fit without any repercussion.
Yeah, but Trump don't have nothing to do with that. Trump can't do shit by state law.
I said
he can't do shit by state law.
They're abiding by it though, regardless.
Some of them are because some of them are in uproar right now with them because of a lot of the other stuff that they have going on, and because they are trying to police the police officers. So a lot of officers are not going along with what he got going on. And that, I think, like almost in a way, is kind of showing the stand-up officers that actually are there that are not a part of the corrupt bullshit they got going on. Because a lot of officers are not going for that. They
we in Florida and they going for it. Just let y'all know. We in Florida and they is going for it.
Florida rules
well, I mean, I guess it just depends on the situation because I know for me, I just been lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it. Well, I'll give you an example. Last week, I got pulled over in Madison, Florida.
You better be careful.
Madison. And I was doing 97. And the officer pulled me. It was like 11:30 at night. He pulled me over. He said, hey, you know how fast you was going? I said, yeah, I'm real tired and I'm just trying to get home. And, I know I was speeding. So, He said, all right, you got your license registration? I said, yes, sir. Gave it to him. He went back to his car, came back, said, you have a nice day, just slow down.
Well, you better be
2
careful,
days,
because you know, through
2 days
Tifton,
later,
Georgia, all the way through North Carolina, they are targeting black truck drivers and black men. So
two,
be
two,
careful.
2 days later, I was in Athens, Georgia. I was doing 93. Pulled me over, and it was on a deserted road too, as a matter of fact, which I had my gun in my glove compartment. I was doing 93, pulled me over. He came out of nowhere because I ain't even see him. He pulled me over. He said, hey, where you going? I say, I'm finna go to South Carolina. He said, well, you know how fast you were going? Yes, sir. You got your license registration? Same thing. He let me go. Wouldn't give me no ticket. My point in bringing this up is a lot of things can be avoided. Giving the police officer your license, you know you ain't done nothing. Because I tell all
I
my
agree.
kids, all my kids, even my blood kids, and all the kids that I mentor, it don't
Right.
hurt you to get a police officer your license if you know you ain't done shit wrong.
That's true.
You cannot beat the police on the street. Can't beat them on the street. You
That's
got
true.
you
And
got you got to fight them in the courtroom or fight them another way. But you can't fight them
that
at that time on the street. Live to fight
and
another day. Live to fight
right,
another day. You ain't got to be
most
tough.
definitely.
You ain't got to be tough. Fuck that. Get a man your damn license. Let him run your shit. You know you ain't done shit. Give him your license so you can get the hell up out of there. Now, am I saying what happened in Jacksonville was wrong? Absolutely, it was wrong. Absolutely. Now, could it have been avoided? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn because all he had to do was get that police officer his license, record everything, and went right down to that sheriff department the next day and let the sheriff know, hey, I got pulled for nothing or whatever. Whether the sheriff did something or not, at least he know that, hey, you got officers out here pulling motherfuckers and they ain't did shit. Live to
Right.
fight another day. That's the key. Live to fight another day. I ain't gonna try to be tough with no police officer on the street unless I know for a fact that he just trying to gun me down because he ain't got shit to do. He just want to gun me down, and the way you know that is when you start complying with everything, and then shit start going left.
Right.
When shit start going left, that means I need to shoot my way out that shit.
So, before we leave and speaking on that, a couple weeks ago, I did have an incident at my job where a couple of the young men that I was talking about, they ride around, all them too many people in the car, doing too much, smoking, just doing too much. And I've always told them, y'all need to be careful. So we did have an incident where they were pulled over right there on 50th. They had a sting going on where they were just pulling all the cars a couple weeks ago in front of my job. And so I saw this car, and when I seen the car, I seen them do the U-turn and come into the parking lot, and I seen the police go ahead and light them up and pull them into the parking space. So when they pulled them up, I immediately walked to the front of the building because that is the build part of my building where my lights are out. So it's very dark up there in that particular area of the building. So I went and stood there. And as I stood there, I saw 6 officers get out of their car and immediately circle this car. So as I'm sitting there, there was one little boy in the car that do I immature, so he was doing a little bit too much, but I'm standing there just watching them. But so they kept him for maybe about 15 minutes. But when they did release these young men, the officers pulled up to me, and the officer says to me, and he told me, he said, I'm gonna just tell you like this, he said, we turned off our best when we pulled them. He said we could have did anything to them tonight and ruin their life for the rest of their life. But because you out here, we did. He said, I'm telling you right now, you need to tell them to be careful. When this man said this to me, and it was not me just standing there by myself, it was another employee that was standing beside me. I looked at them and I realized that we are in trouble with our young ones. If they are not educated, some of the officers, like she said, they are ready to destroy and take them out if that's what they own. So I mean, it's crazy that we have to try to pick and choose which officers are going to protect us and which officers are going to take us out in, what I'm saying, in this environment. But we do need to continue to stay focused on our youth, because
they not playing. And the fact that he told you that lets you know that they don't care. They just didn't feel like going through the extra because there's a witness.
Exactly.
Like they
Well, I
don't
mean,
care.
but a lot of our kids take, you know, they bring that shit on themselves, man. I hate to
And they
say it,
do.
but a lot of them bring it on themselves. If you just shut the fuck up and just relax, everything gonna be all right. Am I saying it's gonna be all right 100% of the time? No, that's just not reality. But goddamn, try it,
Yeah,
try it and see.
Right.
you
Well,
right.
you know, I got a thing on my page right now where a guy got out of the car with an AR-15 and just shot a guy down like it was nothing, and went over and started kicking on him. It's on my page right now. You know, black on black crime, black on black. A black dude shooting another black dude when he could have easily beat the guy because the guy was way smaller than he was. But
The
instead, he shot him, killed him.
Your attitude does make a difference because my like I said, my son is grown and he got pulled over, and the officer actually allowed him to call me before they pulled off to let me know he was getting arrested. And he said, "Ma'am, I allowed him to call you because of how respectful he was. Because he's grown.
Exactly.
I could have just took him in. But I'm allowing
Exactly.
him to let you know what's going on because this is his first time being arrested. He was cooperative and he was polite and respectful. So I'm telling you where I'm at, what happened, and where to go get your son."
And see,
Exactly.
that's what we need. We
And
need
see,
that.
that's the key right there. But you got so many of these young niggas out here that think they bigger than the police, they bigger than this, and they this and that. And all you gotta do is just be humble. Be humble. That's it. Is it gonna always work? No. But try it and see. I need you
I
here. I
agree.
need you here.
I agree. Well, I have truly enjoyed this conversation. That time went by fast. You know, it's always a conversation when y'all in the room. Thank y'all for coming out with Auntie today and making it make sense.
No
Y'all
problem.
make sure y'all it is. Thank you. Y'all stay tuned for you already know Speak That Shit. You guys are the worst. BFAM news tonight on BFAM 109.6. We start in your Thursdays off. I just want to thank y'all again. Make sure y'all reach out to show out. You see she in the building. Y'all go out and reach on out to Miss Rena Simone. Thank you, Chris, once again. I always love your commentary. It's always hilarious. It just runs in the blood.
Next time, message me personally or call me when you want me on because when the notification literally had just came through. So I didn't even know you sent me nothing.
Girl, listen. When I tell y'all, I was gonna tell the story. We got a couple of minutes. I could probably fit it in a couple of minutes. So literally, you know, we're supposed to be moving to Make It Make Sense Studios. Well, we got scammed by the people. They actually took all of the money and then moved somebody else in the unit. So therefore, we are now going through litigation. And yeah, so you already know SCB trying to do stuff, trying to get stuff done, working. And just trying to send out stuff last minute. So I've been just trying to do it and make it make sense. So,
I got you.
like that's it in a nutshell. That was like the woo. Like I'm talking about literally all my money ready to go pick up my key to go open my door and they tell me, oh, it's not available. What you mean not available when everything's in my name? Like Tico is on and the internet is on and insurance is paid and I done paid renter's insurance and all this good stuff and somebody else is in the unit.
You got a lawyer?
Of course.
Okay.
Baby, they played with me on Friday, baby. I was with the lawyer on Tuesday. Who? Come for who? Not today, baby. I was on the phone with the lawyer in the middle of the conversation. The man was saying something to me, and I told him, baby, I don't even want to talk no more. Just go get your paperwork in order. Because I had a lease and everything, signed lease, everything was done, like literally everything. And the lawyer was like, well, too bad you don't have a lease. Who ain't got no lease? Baby, I'm Auntie. From Make It Make Sense with Auntie, you might as well call me the paperwork queen. We ready. When we gonna do this? So yeah, Auntie been auntieing. But again, like I truly thank y'all for tuning in. It has been a great show. Y'all can always go over to the Make It Make Sense with Auntie group. Y'all can go leave your comments inside there. You can go and send me any messages. And then if y'all want to see us keep going, y'all make them donations to Auntie 79 on Cash App. Listen, I'm telling you, I don't just do this work online. We just got a young lady placed in the shelter this weekend for her and her children. So trust me, I don't just do this on Make It Make Sense with Auntie here. This is what I do every day in real life. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next Thursday at 5.